In this session, we will learn about for loop. For loops start with the keyword for, followed by variable. This can be named anything because this is a variable that will contain a single value for each iteration of for loop. Next we have range. The most easy way of telling for loop that how many times it should run is by using range function. We have already learned about range function in previous lessons. Range will return a list that will contain series of numbers, and for each number loop will execute its body. Range specifies that how many times loop should iterate through the body of for loop. The body of loop can be a single statement or it can be a bunch of statements. Let's look at an example. In this example, we want 5 numbers from 0 to 4 to be printed on the screen. So we specify a range of 5, which will give us a list of numbers from 0 to 4. And for every number in list, loop will execute its body. So what it will do here is first range function will generate a list of 5 elements from 0 to 4. For the first iteration of loop, first value of list, that is 0, will be inserted in variable value, and then it will be printed by print command in the body of loop. Then in the second iteration of loop, second value of list, that is 1, will be inserted in the variable value and it will be printed. Similarly, in the third iteration of loop, third value of list, that is 2, will be inserted in variable value and it will be printed on screen. This loop will continue for all the values of list. As we can see in the output, last value printed is 4, which is the last value of list we got from the range function. If you have figured out why 5 is not included in output, you are smart. Because we know that in range function upper limit is not included. In our case, it is 5, so it is not included and loop ends at value 4. So our print command executed 5 times for each value of list from 0 to 4. Let's look at another example. In this example, we have specified range from -2 to +3. And you can see in the output that loop executed 5 times for value from -2 to +2. We can also have custom lists instead of lists generated by range function. As you can see in this example, we have a list of fruits that contains 3 elements: apple, orange, and mango. And we have given this list to for loop to iterate through every element in fruits list. You can see in the output that for loop executed 3 times for every element of list and printed it. Now let's jump into code editor and write some code.